phase 1.
So as you can imagine, my inbox has been a bit full recently, the last few days, be it on Facebook or Instagram or people commenting on YouTube or wherever else. And everyone's like, oh no, pigeon shooting's been banned. It hasn't been banned. Let's get that straight to begin with. The government isn't getting at you, Natural England isn't getting at you, and nothing's been banned. The truth is that in, 1979, our government accidentally banned all shooting of all avian species, effectively, because they signed up to a European directive that they didn't need to, and they didn't realise. And so, 12 months later, they bodged something together to allow it. And they essentially said, I can go into all the details of the different general licences, but the bit that you're worried about, and that I'm worried about, is crop protection and livestock protection. And the way the general licence was written is that the licence automatically renews every year for like 16 species, including, various corvids and wood pigeon and feral pigeon. And it was up to the individual, me or you, to make a informed decision that all other means of crop protection or livestock protection have been taken prior to you going down the road of shooting, and then you can shoot them. Now, admittedly, based upon that criteria, the bit where you or I are deciding, because I'm playing devil's advocate here, that you or I are deciding that all other means of crop protection have been, or livestock protection have been taken prior to us shooting them, that is open to abuse. People shooting wood pigeon in their back garden, for instance. I mean, I think fair enough, I suppose, if you're growing something in your garden and you put CDs up like my dad does to protect them, yeah, it's probably fulfills that. But I mean, how many people, aren't even thinking about that? They're just shooting. Of course, I think you should be able to do that anyway. But under the law, that's a really dodgy grey area, isn't it? And that's where we've fallen down. Because, of course, Chris Packham, so-called animal lover Chris Packham, who obviously doesn't really care about animals because he doesn't care about songbirds or lambs having their eyes pecked out, or the other animals that are just competing with wood pigeon and corvids, doesn't care about them. But either way, he's gone to Natural England and said, well, I'm going to take you to court and I'll win if you don't remove the general licence. So Natural England rightfully withdrew the licence so they can effectively rewrite it so it's more cogent and it makes more sense and it's more robust in terms of a legal challenge from, animal rights type people. And that's the situation we're in. Now, some people are, there's been helpful guides on Field Sorts Britain about applying for temporary licences and stuff until they sort it out. I wouldn't advise that. It's probably going to cost you a lot of money, and, I'm hoping this will be sorted out in a couple of weeks. Because, this is why there was a delay in me making the video, frankly, because I haven't got a lot I can say, other than what you already know, in terms of what's going to happen. Well, we don't know. I mean, it could be bad. It could be that you have almost like an FEO type situation when you have a firearms licence, so you have to have somebody from Natural England check the land that you're shooting on, and they clear the land? Maybe? But I can't see how that could work logically, because logically, based on the criteria of all other measures, someone from Natural England would have to come and look at your field of turnips or whatever, like every single time you go out shooting, or at least once every couple of months or more, to check that's still the situation, that these means aren't working. So I can't see that. I think they'll just rewrite it, and that criteria will be removed, and we'll just be allowed to shoot these birds as pest species, most likely. But all you can do is keep your eyes open and see what happens. But there's one other thing to mention that's really important, that's really wound me up for the last few days. Don't make memes with Chris Packham with a bloody target on his head. Don't hang dead crows outside his house. Are you in... I'm not... Obviously, most of you haven't been doing this, but for those who have been doing stuff like that, you're morons. You're total morons. You're going to lose your licence. And frankly, I don't care if you do. You probably should, because you're a moron. We don't need people like you. We don't need people who are going to shoot us in the foot like that. We've got problems enough with like Chris Packham trying to, attack our sport all the time, without people like you coming along and hanging up dead crows outside his house. That's just going to make the public think we're a bunch of nutters. And if you're the sort of person who does that, you are a nutter. Chris Packham, yeah, he's ill-informed. He doesn't care about animal welfare, because if he did, he wouldn't be doing this. He obviously has some sort of personal vendetta against us. But nonetheless, he's entitled to be an arsehole if he wants to be. In a legal, peaceful manner. You don't have the right to threaten him. That's wrong. And it makes us look terrible to the public. So please don't do that. Anyway, for the rest of you, hang on in there, and things will get sorted out soon.